Good day, sir. We are the Group 3 and today we're going to discuss Chapter 6, Organizational System. Learning objectives, particularly at the end of this chapter, the students should be able to discuss the different types of organization structure, cite examples to illustrate each of the different types of organizational structure, explain the factors that may influence a company's decision to adopt a type of organizational structure, assess each of the organizational components in terms of the value they contribute to the business entity, demonstrate the role of leadership in an organization, and show the importance of organizational policies in running an organization.
Organizational structure refers to the system or mode by which a group of individuals is able to achieve its desired goals. Management, employees, suppliers, customer, government, and society are examples of internal factors that significantly affect the organizations one way or another. They need to possess a built-in flexibility that will enable them to adapt readily to unstable conditions. So organizational structure daw dinadirect kung paano gawin ang certain activities para ma-achieve ang goals ng organization. Subject siya sa technological breakthrough by competitors, changes in customer lifestyles, and other environmental in nature na normal na nangyayari at hindi napipigilan ng isang business. Internal factors, ito naman yung mga nakakaapekto at naapektuhan ng organization. Ito yung management, employees, suppliers, customer, government, and society. Dahil nga sa hindi inaasahang pangyayari o mangyayari sa business, dapat ang mga service and product companies kailangan dynamic o flexible silang mag-adapt ng changes para manatili sa business mainstream. Types of organizational structure. First one is functional organizational structure. Organizations adopt a specific structural arrangement for a reason. Structuring an organization effectively requires the management should know the goals of the organization, the skills of its people, the needs and goals of its subordinates, available resources, and the time, cost, and environmental constraints that are existing. Similarly, it requires management to bring together the human, technical, marketing, and financial resources of the organization. So, functional organizational structure is the most common type of organizational structure na ginagamit ng mga business. Ito yung pag-group ng employee by specialty, skills, and related roles. Required ang management na pagsama-samahin ng human, technical, marketing, and financial resource ng isang organization. So, ganito yung itsura ng functional organizational structure. Lahat ng department na to kailangan mag-act together para ma-achieve ang organization's overall mission, vision, and goals. Pangalawa ay territorial organizational structure. As an organization begins to serve its customer who spread out over growing geographical area, a territorial structure becomes a viable design. In the system, the target market is divided into geographical units according to certain criteria. Ang target market naman sa territorial organizational structure ay yung mga locals na kung nasaan ng business. Maraming advantage ang territorial structural arrangement. First is familiar ang personnel sa customer, sa area, sa culture, sa preferences, expectation, at habits of living. Second is mabilis lang mag-response sa changes sa competitive environment. Third, malapit lang ang contact ng manager sa territory and subordinates. Lastly, dahil familiar sa local conditions, mabilis lang ang paggawa ng strategic decision. But it also has its downsides like pag yun sa product line mo, mas naging varied. Troublesome siya sa territorial structure kasi pag marami ang territory offices, nagre-result siya sa duplication of services and possible na less qualified individual ang mapunta sa supervisory or supervisory position. Kaya it requires or there is a need for competent managers kasi pag weak ang manager sa territory, maaring maapektuhan negatively ang sales, mag-create ng damage sa public, at bumaba ang moral among employees. So, ganyan itsura ng territorial organizational structure by lugar siya or by territory nga. Third is product organizational structure. Traditionally, organization division follow a product structure. When different types of products are involved, divisions are likely to include research and development and engineering departments. These allow managers to operate independently. They are responsible for both current and future decisions about the product market. So, traditionally daw, organization divisions follow a product structure. Mayroong companies na ang sub-businesses ay naka-assign sa product group managers. Tapos, binibigyan sila ng operating and staff functions. Sa division din na to, nagdadagdag ng research and development at engineering department pag iba't ibang products na ang involved. Inaalaw nito ang mag-operate independently ang managers dahil sila ang responsible sa current and future decisions about sa product market dahil ang long-term goal nito ay mag-increase at hindi lang basta mag-stick sa current market. So, ganito ang itsura ng product organizational structure. Kailangan minomonitor o chinecheck ng marketing manager time to time ang product simula sa paggawa hanggang sa maging available siya sa consumer. Involved din ang marketing manager sa iba't ibang operation sa company. Kabali na dito ang pag-gather at pag-spread lahat ng information na tungkol sa product, strategies, pag-forecast, pagplano, hanggang sa pag-suggest kung paano mag-improve o mag-create ng bagong products. Merong 4 courses na pwedeng gawin ng organization sa pag-implement para kung may i-improve or i-replace na product. At ito yung conducting training programs in forecasting, interpersonal skills, planning, motivation, and control to improve the ability of product managers to do the job. Second is switching from a marketing manager to a marketing team that implements activities to market the product effectively. Third, eliminating product managers of minor brands and consolidating them with other products. This is feasible when the product lines appeal to similar consumers or industrial users. And lastly is establishing divisions around the major company products and using functional structural arrangements within divisions. Despite the problems involved in the product structure, this organization form can be successful. Market-centered organizational structure, it describes the wide range of structural forms that centers on group of customer needs rather than a region, product line, or function, and it's decentralized by market. A market center is a profit center. So dito, kinekater nila ang mga customer na may similar and common needs. Ang market-centered organization ay decentralized by market o market ang nagkocontrol and is a profit center. Sa mga ganitong situations, organization, suited ang market-centered structure when a competitor threatens the market leadership. Market centering can restore a competitive advantage by improving knowledge on customer, distributor, and retailer needs. And when new product is introduced and it's affecting a company to a certain extent, a market-centered approach can stimulate new ideas because the firm's technical specialists receive more information about market needs. Third, when a product manufacturer can achieve high profit by diversifying into services with larger margins of returns. When the marketing-related products or service requires the so-called marketing intelligence by conducting or implementing smart customer strategies. When a manufacturer who has been selling product performance benefit shifts marketing strategies to feature the financial benefits of customer improvement. Market centering make it easier to gather information on how customers make their profits. When a marketer who want to attract more entrepreneurial managers, market centering offers manager-wide responsibilities and variety of supervisory duties. Sa market-centered organizational structure, nagro-group siya ng company activities around important and relevant criteria at bumubuo ng SBUs na nagpo-formulate ng marketing strategy sa isa't isa. May sariling marketing department din kapag malaki ang division.
SBU organizational structure. This division structure raises the issue whether any market function should be performed at the corporate staff level. So some companies maintain a minimum marketing service structure at the corporate level. The decision whether to maintain some corporate level marketing staff service or otherwise depend primarily on the size of the division. Yung corporate staff, siya si general manager, may under siya mga division. Si small business unit A, B, C, at B. So, dito sinasabi kung yung marketing function like planning and advertising is si general manager ba yung magpe-perform or yung under na niyang mga division. So sabi pag yung division ay large enough, ma-afford niya magkaroon ng sariling marketing structure.
Matrix organizational structure. The matrix structure is efficient for establishing special resources but is best for integrating function. So, si matrix organizational structure ay mayroong more than one line of reporting managers. In short, si employee ay mayroong more than one boss. Example nito is employee, mayroon siyang two boss, isa sa functional at isa sa production. So, yung figure 6.5, ini-illustrate niya kung how teamwork among the production, marketing, and finance specialists is required to complete the projects. So, in an organization that uses a matrix structure, one must cut across departmental boundaries to get the job done. A team working on a job is comprised of a group specialist so that the ability to work together Choice of an organizational structure. Some of the factors which may influence the firm decision to adopt the type of organizational structure appropriate to its need includes size of the firm, the product, the market, competition, and the philosophy of management. So, the size of the firm, it will indicate the complexity of the organization. So, sinasabi lang dito na pag may large firm ka, may opportunity na ma-maximize mo yung selling effort mo. So, sumunod is yung product. So, sa product, yung product or yung pagbenta ng product ay pwedeng maka-influence sa choice of organizational structure mo. So, si consumer and industrial goods may require different types of service from the producer. Some products require extensive after-sales servicing to customer, and the market organizational structure can take care of this task. So, meron technical products at saka non-technical products. So, si technical products, nag-require siya ng different type of salesmanship and advertising as compared kay non-technical products. So, this is also true with the products requiring wide distribution, which like soft drinks. This example wherein the nature of the products can influence the choice of the marketing structure. Susunod is si market. So, characteristic ng market like geographic dispersion, income class, and buyer behavior need to be considered in organizing the market unit. So, if yung market daw ay concentrated, mas madali kay stakeholder na makapagbenta directly kay consumer. Kapag naman daw yung market ay dispersed or si consumer ay konti lang yung bibili niya, at hindi na-justify yung direct sales, then si producer ay magkakaroon ng choice na gumamit ng intermediaries. So, next is si competition. Sa isang firm daw, it's necessary daw na para ma-organize yung marketing efforts ay kailangan sundin yung mga requirement ng competition. So, if your major competitor use existing pattern of distribution, the firm may find it necessary to accommodate such pattern. If brand name merchandising in a established feature of particular industry like ready-to-wear denim, jeans, then the newcomer may have to strive to establish his own brand. If a change in organizational structure proves to be successful in an already established firm, then the other firm may imitate such change. So, last is si philosophy management. So, siya yung final factor na nakaka-apekto sa choice mo ng organizational structure. So, in each case, the structure of business unit differs. Some companies are more business-oriented, that the other end will have a business unit that involves in a wider scope of activities. In addition, if your management firmly believes in a centralization rather than decentralization,
then most of the responsibilities will be borne by home office rather than the district or evaluation for organizational structure. A number of criteria may be used in evaluating organizational structures. These criteria include the ability of the organizational structure to facilitating control, coordination, providing information, cost the system, and flexibility. So, una is facilitating control. If si manager daw ay na-identify niya agad yung problema, at nag-take agad siya ng action, then yung firm na yun ay mayroong control mechanism. So, if each person clearly understands the scope of his authority and areas of responsibility, and if the organization provides suitable channel for communication, then the company has a solid framework for management control. So, next is coordination. Coordination, in short, is yung team effort. A firm employing several specialists and line officers at different levels may still produce ineffective results if efforts are not properly coordinated. The presence of effective teamwork is usually indicative of an efficient and well-organized marketing operation. So next is providing information. So, market are dynamic at subject sa changes. So, normal lang yung may changes. Si manager need niyang mag-gather na information para maging ready yung firm sa changes at to make decision accordingly. A good organization should have an adequate information system and proper channel through which information flows. So, next is cost of the system. Si firm ay mayroong freedom na mamili ng pinakasimple at mas complex type na organization. However, it has to strike a balance among three important factors: the organizational information it desires, the organizational control it wishes to employ, at the cost of organizing its personnel. So, the number of people employed in marketing management is not a criterion of the efficiency of organization. Theoretically, an optimum size produces the greater efficiency for the marketing management team for each firm. Inefficiency may result from overstaffing as well from understaffing. It is the responsibility of the top management in the company to continually evaluate the performance of the organization. A basic procedure in this evaluation is to weigh the performance against its cost. So, last is yung flexibility. So, si firm daw, para mabilis makapag-adjust and to be able to cope in a dynamic and changing environment, kailangan ay maging organization na kayang mag-adjust sa mga changes, which is yung maging flexible nga. So, flexibility is necessary to attain good performance. Peter Drucker, in his book, The Practice Management, identifies the criteria for evaluating organizational strategies. These criteria are clarified which reflect the individual needs to understand his task and the group's task, personal relationship within the group, and the availability of information. Economy is in the effort to control, supervise, and motivate people will minimize the allocation of resources to management activities.
Organizational components. An organization is an entity composed of people that is structured in such a way that is able to achieve its set goals and objectives. It consists of elements that act and work together through coordinated activities. Ang organization components, ito yung management, employees, facilities and equipment, financial resources, and organizational policies. Una ay management. Management refers to administrative supervision of an organization. Naka-under dito yung leadership, organization's vision, mission, goals, and objectives to attain organizational success. Una ay leadership. Leadership is foremost in the management of any business. Sabi nga, a good leader is someone who inspires his employees. Regardless kung pag-aari niya yung business or employee din siya dito. Kailangan na mailid niya ng tama yung nasasakupan niya into their optimum activity and to attain the set of goals of the organization. Next is task of leader. Planning where he sets the objectives to be attained and the means to achieve them. Task of leader, kailangan i-organize at i-identify yung mga activities ni leader regarding naman sa staffing, where he recruits, selects, hires, and develop human resources as well as magkaroon ng communication and connection si leader with his employees to attain the objectives. And last, kailangan na ma-monitor ni leader yung processes and functions and to institute corrective action when needed. Next is roles of leader. A strategist, a facilitator, and an administrator. So, yun nga, mahalaga na ma-inspire and ma-motivate ni leader yung employees para ganahan at maging productive lalo sa work. Mahalaga rin na may knowledge si leader about critical facts, issues, problems, and other concerns about industry and the business environments. Si leader then should be a mediator who settles concerns, issues, and other problems sa labor and management. Also, a facilitator who negotiates and allocates resources. A problem solver, decision maker to both qualitative and quantitative as needed by organization. Next is skills of a leader. Technical skills or being competent in his respective field to play his role adequately and to perform his task effectively. It is important na magkaroon si leader ng human relation skills in dealing with personal and interpersonal employee relationships para maging comfortable sila sa isa't isa kasi doon nabubuo yung connection between them. Next is vision. It refers to image that the organization aims to establish and project to both its employees and public. Mission refers to project to the public, must clearly state the objectives of the organization. Goals and objectives refer to what the organization aims to attain. So sa vision, both sa employees and public siya. Ito yung gusto ng organization na ma-attain to both employees and public. Sa mission naman, medyo nakapokus siya sa kung ano yung gusto ng organization makita sa kanila ng publiko. While goals and objectives naman, kung ano yung gustong ma-achieve ng organization or ng business sa business nila. So yung vision, mission, goals, and objectives are related to each other. Next is employees. They are the one who work, support, and earn profits for the organization. Employees constitute significant part of the organizational milieu. So, sa employee, expected siya na to give their best in performing their assigned tasks. And there are several factors that affect their productivity. Una dito yung salary, fringe benefits, work environment, and organizational climate. Generally, management expects employees to experience and graduate through 3 levels of relationship. Ito nga yung employee satisfaction, employee involvement, and employee commitment. First is employee satisfaction. It is an emotional state where the employee experiences a feeling of content in the workplace. So, mahalaga na kontento ka or satisfied ka sa work mo para ma-achieve mo naman yung next, which is the employee involvement. So, sa employee satisfaction pala, may mga satisfaction na natatanggap yung employee. Una is salary, fringe benefits, and incentives, positive interpersonal relationship between and among management and employees. Ito nga yung connection nyo to each other and acceptable condition in the workplace. So, sa employee involvement, ito yung susunod naman sa satisfaction. Pag satisfied ka na sa work mo, dito mo naman susunod na mafe-feel yung involvement mo sa company. Satisfied with his work conditions, an employee may graduate to a higher level of organizational relationship called employee involvement. Dito, you become more participative in company activities and essentially aims to contribute to the growth of the company. Kailangan hindi mo ma-feel na OOP ka o na out of place ka sa company. Kailangan participative ka to achieve the next, which is the employee commitment. Dito naman, this degree of employee relationship is further heightened when the employee reaches the highest level, that is employee commitment. Here, the employee cultivates within himself an attitude and a sense of owning where he treats the interests and welfare of the enterprise as he owns it. Dito naman, mafe-feel mo talaga na satisfied ka na involved ka sa company and you are committed. Next is facilities and equipment. These may be simple and crude as long as they are functioning and producing the desired output. So, sa facilities and equipment, as long as nagpa-function daw siya at nakakapag-produce ng output, yun, ganun lang siya. While on the other hand, organizations with sufficient capitalization use the most sophisticated and the latest machinery and technology. Ito yung mga high maintenance. Facilities include management of buildings and site maintenance, management of machinery, management of facilities, and application of technology. So una, management of buildings and site maintenance. It needs to be appropriate for the type of business the organization is engaged in. Kailangan appropriate siya. And physical structures have to be maintained properly, secured for safety, and optimized when it comes to layouts. Pangalawa, management of machinery means making sure that the right types of equipment or machinery are in place and including the right quantities as needed by the organization. This is another important aspect of facility management. The regular maintenance, scheduling, and replacement of old and dysfunctional equipment are part of efficiently increasing productivity. So, dito naman nakapaloob yung pagde-depreciate ng mga machinery. Kailangan alam nung nagbabantay dito kung kailan mag-end or maglalast yung machinery na ginagamit para mapalitan agad at para makapagpatuloy sa pag-function at mag-produce ng output. Next is management of facilities. Means that amenities such as washrooms and canteens need to be in good and healthy working conditions as these are the important to the workforce. So, katulad sa bahay, kailangan na panatiling malinis yung kitchen natin, washroom, CR, bathroom, etc. Kasi dito nalalaman kung malinis ba yung taong nakatira dito. Same as sa workplace, kailangan mapanatiling malinis yung washrooms or canteens to be able to have a healthy working conditions. Next is application of technology. Dito naman, it has become the unifying force in facilities and equipment management. The technology asset management refers to the business processes and enabling information system that support the management of both physically and non-physical assets of the organization. The information technology digitally and efficiently integrates una, financial, inventory, purchasing, accounting, marketing, and other aspects of an organization. So next is financial resources. It determines the direction an organization will take effect, its capability to realize its set business goals and objective. So dito naman, these business goals and objectives include spending on other promotional strategies, upgrading or purchasing new facilities and equipment, experimenting and developing new products, hiring additional manpower, and increasing salaries and wages, training employees, and most significantly, ensuring continued existence of the organization. Last is organizational policies. They ensure order, hierarchy of authority, clear delineation of functions, efficiency, productivity, and good interpersonal relationship. Kasi yung organizational policies, parang ito yung rules and regulation, do's and don'ts ng isang business.